A fiddler on the roof. Sounds crazy, no? But here in our little village of Anatevka, you might say that every one of us is a fiddler on the roof, trying to scratch out a pleasant, simple tune without breaking his neck. It isn't easy. You may ask, well, why do we stay up there if it is so dangerous? Well, we stay because Anatevka's our home. And how do we keep our balance? That I can tell you in one word. Tradition!
Tradition, 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 tradition.
Because of our traditions, we have kept balance for many, many years. Here in Anatevka, we have traditions for everything. How to eat, how to sleep, how to wear clothes. For instance, we always keep our heads covered and wear a little prayer shawl. This shows our constant devotion to God. Now you may ask, how did this tradition get started? I'll tell you. I don't know. But it's tradition. And because of our traditions, every man here knows who he is and what God expects him to do.
Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and who has the right as master of the house to have the final word at home? The Papa, the Papa, tradition, the Papa.
To make a proper home, a quiet home, a kosher home. Who must raise a family and run the home, so Papa's free to read the holy book.
The Papa, tradition, the Papa, tradition. At 3 I started Hebrew school, at 10 I learned a trade. I hear they picked a bride for me, I wrote, she's pretty. The sons, tradition, the sons, tradition.
And who does Mama teach to mend and tend and fix, preparing me to marry whoever Papa picks?
The daughters, tradition, the daughters, tradition. Day and night, must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, say his daily prayers, and sets it right as master of the house, he'll have the final word at home. The Papa, tradition, the Papa, tradition.
And in the circle of our little village, we've always had our special types. For instance, Yanka, the matchmaker.
Avram, I have the perfect match for your son, a wonderful girl.
Who is it?
Russell, the shoemaker's daughter.
Russell. But she can hardly see. She's almost blind.
Tell the truth, Avram, is your son so much to look at? The way she sees, the way he looks. It's a perfect match.
And Nahum, the beggar.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor.
Here, Reb Nahum, here is 1 kopeck.
1 kopeck? Last week you gave me 2 kopecks.
I had a bad week.
So if you had a bad week, why should I suffer?
And most importantly, our beloved Rabbi.
Rabbi, may I ask you a question?
Certainly, my son.
Is there a proper blessing for the Tsar?
A blessing for the Tsar? Of course. May God bless and keep the Tsar. Far away from us.
There are the others that live in our village. They make up a much larger circle. His Honor, the constable. His Honor, the priest. His Honor, many, many others. We don't bother them, and so far they don't bother us. And amongst ourselves, we've always gotten along perfectly well. Of course, there was a time when he sold him a horse, but delivered a mule. But that's all settled now. Now we live in perfect peace, harmony.
It was a horse. It was a mule. It was a horse. It was a mule. It was a horse. It was a mule. Horse, mule, horse, mule, horse, mule, horse, mule.
Tradition, 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 tradition.
Traditions. Without our traditions, life would be as shaky as a fiddler on the roof.
Mama, where should we put these?
Put them on my head. By the stove, foolish girl. Where is Papa?
She's in the barn milking. Mama, when will Papa be home?
It's almost Sabbath and he worries a lot about when he'll be home. All day long, riding on top of his wagon like a prince.
Mama, you know that Papa works hard.
Ha! His horse works harder, and you don't have to defend your Papa to me. I know him longer than you. He could drive a person crazy. He should only live and be well. Spritzer, bring me some more potatoes. Ha, but did you finish milking?
Yes, Mama.
You were reading again. Why does a girl have to read? Will it get her a better husband? Here.
Mama, Jens is coming. She's down the road. Maybe she's finally made a good match for you, Seidel.
From your mouth to God's ears.
But why does she have to come now? It's almost Sabbath.
Go finish in the barn. I want to talk to Yenta alone.
Can I go play?
You have feet? Go.
Can I go too?
Go too.
But Mama, the men she finds, the last one was so old. He had no hair. He was bald.
A poor girl without a dowry can't be so particular. You want hair? Marry a monkey.
After all, Mama, I'm not yet 20 years old.
Do you have to boast about your age? Do you want to tempt the evil eye? Inside.
Golda, 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 darling. I just had to see you because I have such news for you, and not just every day in the week news. Once in a lifetime kind of news. And where are your daughters outside? Good, such diamonds, such jewels. You'll see, Golda, I'll find every one of them a husband. But you shouldn't be so picky. Even the worst husband, God forbid, is better than no husband, God forbid. And who should know better than me? Ever since my husband died, I've been a poor widow, all alone, no one to talk to, nothing to say to anyone. It's no life. All I do at night is think of him. And even thinking of him gives me no pleasure because, you know as well as I, he was not much of a person. Never made a living. Everything he touched turned to mud. But better than nothing.
Good evening. Is Sidle in the house?
Yes, but she's cleaning. You can come back later.
I have something I'd like to tell
Later, Walter. Oh, Model, I thought I heard you.
I said later. Finish what you were doing.
Okay.
What does poor little Taylor Motto want with Saito?
Who knows? They have been friends since they were babies together. They talk, they play.
They play. What do they play?
Who knows? They're just children.
From such children come other children.
Mato, he's a nothing. Yenta, you said...
Ah, children. They're a blessing in your old age. But my Aaron never gave me children, believe me. He was good as gold. Never raised his voice to me, but otherwise was not much of a man. So what good was it if he never raised his voice to me? But what's the use of complaining? Other women enjoy complaining. Not Yenta. Not every woman in the world is a Yenta. Well, I must prepare my poor Sabbath table. Goodbye, Golda. It's been a pleasure talking our hearts out to each other.
Yenta, you said you had news for me.
Oh, I am losing my head. One day it'll fall off altogether and a horse will kick it in the mud and... Goodbye, Yenta. Of course, the news. It's about Laser Wolf the Butcher, a good man, a fine man. And I don't have to tell you that he's well off. But he's lonely, the poor man. You understand, of course you do. To make it short, out of the whole town he's cast his eye on your Saito.
My Sidle?
No, the Sidle, of course you're a Saito.
Such a match for my Sidle. But Tevye wants a learned man. He doesn't like Lazar.
Listen to me, Golda. Send Tevye to him. Don't tell him what's about. Let Laser discuss it himself. He'll win him over. He's a good man, a wealthy man. True. So, tell me how it goes, and no need to thank me, Golda, because aside from my fee, which anyway, Laser will pay, it gives me such satisfaction to make people happy. What better satisfaction is there? So, goodbye, Golda. And you're welcome.
Thank you, Yenta.
What did she want, Mama?
When I want you to know, I'll tell you. Finish cleaning the floor.
I wonder if Yenta found a husband for you. I'm not anxious for Yenta to find me a husband.
Not husband from Arnold the tailor.
I didn't ask you. Sidle, you're the oldest. They have to make a match for you before they can make one for me.
And after her, one for me.
So if Yenta brings...
Oh, Yenta.
Well, somebody has to arrange the matches. Young people can't decide these things for themselves.
She might bring someone wonderful.
Someone interesting.
And well off.
And important. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see.
For Papa, make him a scholar.
For Mama, make him rich as the king.
For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark, I'm alone. So find me a match of my own.
Hoddle, since when are you interested in a match? You've always just had your eye on your books. And you, with your eye on the rabbi's son.
Well, why not? We only have one rabbi and he only has one son. Why shouldn't I want the best?
Because you're a girl from a poor family. So whatever Yenta brings, you'll take. Right? Of course, right.
Hoddle,
Oh, Hoddle, have I made a match for you? He's handsome, he's young. All right,
right, he's 62, but he's a nice man, a good catch. True? True. I promise you'll be happy, and even if you're not, there's more to life than that. Don't ask me what. I found him! Will you be a lucky bride? He's handsome, he's tall, that is from side to side, but he's a nice man, a good catch, right? Right. You heard he has a temper, he'll beat you every night, but only when he's sober, so you're all right. Did you think you'd get a prince? Well, I do the best I can. With no dowry, no money, no family background, be glad you've got a man.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, you know that I'm still very young. Please take your time.
Up to this minute, I misunderstood that I could get stuck for good. Dear Yenta, see that he's gentle. Remember, you were also a bride. It's not that I'm sentimental. It's just that I'm terrified. Matchmaker, matchmaker, plan me no plans. I'm in no rush. Maybe I've learned playing with matches, a girl can get burned. So bring me no ring, brew me no brew, find me no find, catch me no catch, unless he's a matchless match.
Today I am a horse. Dear God, did you have to make my horse lose his shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't very nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevya. Bless me with 5 daughters of life of poverty, that's all right. But what have you got against my horse? Sometimes I think when it gets quiet up there, you say to yourself, what kind of mischief can I play on my friend Tevya today?
You're finally here, my breadwinner.
I'll talk to you later.
Where's your horse?
He was invited to the blacksmith for the Sabbath.
Hurry up. The sun won't wait for you. I have something to say to you.
As the good book says, heal us, O Lord, and we shall be healed. In other words, send us the cure. We've got the sickness already. I'm not really complaining. I mean, after all, with your help, I'm practically starving to death. You made many, many poor people. I realize, of course, it's no shame to be poor, but it's no great honor either. So I often wonder, what would have been so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty bitty rich diddle diddle man. I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof with real wooden floors below. There would be one long staircase just going up and one even longer coming down. And one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yards with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. With each loud a shout would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, I wouldn't have to work hard. If I were a bitty-bitty rich deedle-diddle man. I see my wife, my golden, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I